Sir Peter Westmacott's with us, former British ambassador to the US, France and Turkey, and of course author of the excellent book, they call it Diplomacy, 40 Years of Representing Britain Abroad. You described Vladimir Putin in 3 words. Peter, what were they?
I think I said he was dishonest, reckless, and thuggish. Well, that was about 7 or 8 years ago.
Have your view changed?
Frankly, no. At the time, Richard, he was busy trying to fabricate evidence to suggest that it wasn't Russians or Russian weapons that shot down the Malaysian Airlines aircraft over Ukraine with a loss of almost 300 lives, and was busy also trying to fabricate other bits of disinformation justifying Russia's presence in eastern Ukraine. And I'm afraid that what's happened since then has not really led me to change my opinion. The Russian embassy complained what I'd said because I was then a British diplomat, but I didn't get any dressing down from London, and I suspect if I used the same language today, not many people would disagree.
So this idea of talks over neutrality and Zelensky's pretty much agreement that neutrality per se could be part of the deal. But as Ben Wiedemann says, there are a raft of other requirements from Putin and Zelensky that really make the neutrality the red herring.
Well, I think there's a lot in that. What I hear from the odd oligarch that I've spoken to is that Crimea remains, in Putin's mind, non-negotiable, but that a lot of the Russian speakers who are in eastern Ukraine, in the Donbass region, feel so betrayed and let down by what Russia has done to them, what Putin's done to them, that they've got no desire to be under Russian control, and that they would be perfectly happy, more than that, to remain part of Ukraine. Conclusion: if there is a negotiated deal, it doesn't necessarily have to include the Donbass, but it probably does have to include Crimea. And those are the things that I think really matter, as far as I can understand it, to President Putin, as well as this nonsense about denazification and neutrality.